Okay, Marco, JTV got a call yesterday from Nick Ferrari, you know, the radio and TV presenter.
Of course.
Basically, he's been invited to his very first Passover Seder meal. He's not Jewish, and he hasn't got a clue what's going on.
Sure.
So he called up JTV to see if maybe we could help him out a little bit, give him like a practice Seder run.
Lovely.
But the problem is he wants to do it today, and I'm not available, so I said that you would do it with him. No, you'll be totally fine. You've done this every year. You know, just take him through
with Nick Ferrari.
No, you'll be totally fine. Just go through the basic things you do on a Seder meal. You'll be totally fine. All right? You'll be fine.
Ollie.
You'll be fine.
So I guess we could start by putting on Mickey pots.
Yeah,
Do you want to stick one of these on your head?
For sure.
And if you,
Thank you.
You want to get involved in the spirit and put on one of the matzah ties?
Absolutely, I do.
Lovely.
Yeah, I was
Fantastic.
hoping I'd be asked to do this.
So what's it like having what I'd say, you know, one of the most famous voices in Britain? People recognising you.
I don't know if I have got a particularly distinctive voice, but I tell you what does happen actually, because it's what I do is so much, you know, audio. You'll go to Marks and Spencer's, or you'll get in a cab and you'll say, you know, can I have a bottle of vodka, or can I go to Leicester Square? And what happens is they do this, and then they kind of do this look at you if they're in the cab, and they're just trying, or the man or woman behind the till, and then they say something else, and it is extraordinary, and there will normally be, I've got you. You're Nick. Normally they get me right. Yeah, normally they get me right.
You're Farage.
Yeah, you're Nigel Farage. No, fortunately, the initials are the same. Yes. So that's how it works. But I mean, I don't know that it's that famous.
Well, I'd say so. And so moving on to the practice Seder.
Yes.
So I don't know if you know much about Seder night in general and Passover.
No, look, I've been really privileged. I've done Friday night with a number of Jewish friends, and so I know the importance of Friday. But this is a new experience.
Well, we'd love to host you.
Absolutely. There's a very big appearance fee, though. I don't know if you can reach that.
The whole Passover kind of meal,
yeah,
it commemorates our kind of freedom from Egypt, the Jewish Exodus.
Okay.
I guess sort of like a precursor to Brexit, like the Jewish, like the Jexit, if you will. You don't happen to have any views on Brexit,
I'm not going to make any gags about this. This is a dangerous area. You can do all those gags. I'm just going to smile politely.
We'll keep it there. Smile, nod, smile.
This is a minefield you're leading me into. Yeah, go on.
We'll avoid that minefield. And one part of the meal is we drink 4 cups of wine. Throughout the meal. Obviously,
can you drink more, or is it limited to 4?
You should drink 4. Also lean to the left, but I know what you're like. You might drink 1 or 2 more. Won't tell anyone. Obviously, as we haven't got enough time, would you be happy to indulge in downing them all now?
We do it in one, do we?
If you're happy to.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
So presumably the whole process can't go forward
unless the forward, yeah.
So I'm effectively doing this for relations between Christians and Jewish community. I am taking it on the chin. So there is a purpose. Yeah.
There's a purpose. The pressure's on you.
Yeah, okay.
It's a duty, if you will. Oh yeah! Wow. Do it.
And again, just because I want to foster good links.
I cannot believe this.
Yeah. It ends there, right?
We like to drink. Oh my gosh.
Well, there we go.
Fantastic. I hope you're not working later today.
No, I'm not working later
today. Luckily, because
that's
after that. So there's a song kind of the youngest person at the table will sing called Manish Dana.
That's going to be you then, isn't it?
Well, hold on. In age or beauty? Because if it's beauty, then you might be having to sing the song.
I don't think so, you charming rogue. Right, so what are you going to sing to me? What's it about?
It's called Manish Dana. It's all about why is this night different from all other nights, and it's all about asking questions. So the line I'll sing is Manish Dana halayla hazeh mikol halaylot. If you want to try that line.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying any attention. No, I can't. I literally just switched off. I can't get anywhere near it.
Maybe if you want to do it your style.
My style.
Something more appropriate to you. Let's say kind of a radio call-in.
I see what we could do. I know what we could do here. Fortunately, I've got this handy prop. And this is what this is what we are going to do.
Prepared.
Hello and welcome to the Nick Ferrari Show, and it's a Passover special edition. Tonight, I'm asking, why is this night different from all other nights? Barry is in Watford. Barry.
Hi Nick, can I start by saying that I think it's disgusting that people are segregating this one night in the entire year and saying it's different from all the others. Now, I'm all for acceptance and equality and everything, but I mean really, this is just taking the biscuit.
Taking the Matzah biscuit, I would imagine, is probably what you mean, Barry. Thank you. Let's go to Jenny in Reading.
Oh, hi
Sorry, Nick. Can I just start by saying...
Do you know, Jenny, you sound so like Barry. You're not in any way related, are you?
Oh, absolutely not. In fact, I totally disagree with him. But can I just start by saying I'm a huge fan of your show.
Thank you.
Fan. Now, I must take issue with your previous caller, Barry. And I'll tell you why. You see, I think this night is different from all other nights. And if the government isn't prepared to admit that and the bankers won't stop getting their bonuses, then I don't know what to say.
Yes. Well, there's a whole range of views. Keep the calls coming, is all I can say.
97.3.
Absolutely, a microcosm
the Nick
of what
Ferrari
we
show.
do. Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'm going to now take a short intermission. We'll go to the weather or the travel. Let's put that down there.
And we have Roger with the weather.
Oh, we've got Roger with the weather. I don't have to say. Right. Okay.
So, moving forward, we kind of talk about 4 sons throughout the meal. And this kind of helps us, 4 different sons, to help us determine how to answer questions and how to ask questions.
Yeah.
So the 4 different sons, there's a wise son, a wicked son, a son who doesn't know how to ask, and a simple son.
Right.
If you were, just to make it more relatable, kind of your line of work, if you were to kind of have a corresponding politician to each son.
Oh, that's a good one. So that's very clever. No, I like you don't know. Give me the 4 again.
So the wise son, the wicked, the wise son, Theresa May.
Yeah, I think she's doing amazing. I'm not saying she's going to get it right, but she's been handled a real hospital pass, and I think she's doing rather well.
Right. So the wise daughter goes to Theresa.
Yeah.
The wicked son.
Jerry Adams, the most wicked. No, that's wrong. Let me phrase it. Most difficult person I've ever interviewed.
Jerry Adams.
Absolutely jet coal black eyes, boring interview. So I'll go for him.
So we'll leave that one out. The simple son.
The simple son, Boris Johnson.
The
because he is just a simple soul. He's a great bloke. Yeah, we like him.
But we're fans of Boris.
Yes, absolutely.
And the son who doesn't know how to ask.
The son who doesn't know how to ask would probably have to go to John Prescott because he doesn't know how to do anything. So I think I'll just hand that to Lord.
Lord Prescott.
Lord Prescott.
Now, you might well be at a Sephardim. I don't know the difference between Sephardim and Ashkenazim. Ashkenazim originate from Eastern Europe, Poland sort of area, and they're usually quite fair-skinned.
Oh, okay.
And the Sephardim originate from originally Spain, but also Morocco and Iran and Iraq.
Okay.
Usually
so
darker.
more like the olive skin.
Precisely.
Got it.
I'm actually Sephardi, believe it or not.
Okay.
Against the odds.
Right.
And
why is that against? I don't understand.
I don't look particularly Sephardi.
Oh, I see what you mean against. Yeah, right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
So they have different customs to the Ashkenazim.
Right. This isn't going to imply dancing or something like this.
That's exactly what it's going to imply.
Well, that's something else I'm going to enjoy.
The presenter of
watch.
Strictly Come Down.
Yeah.
So over there we have some leaks, if you want to grab one of the leaks.
Yes.
So...
you see, you could be having the greatest sport with me because I have no idea if this is true.
It's
and
entirely
now
true.
I have
Nick,
to ram it in my ear, do I?
Close, the nose, the right nostril whilst reciting the third verse of God Save the Queen.
Yeah.
No, we actually... believe it or not, whip one another to remind us.
Oh, so it's like being in the Conservative Party. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Yeah.
This is actually used to whip one another at the Passover meal.
Right.
To remind us of when we were slaves in Egypt and the Egyptians used to whip us.
Right.
Would you be happy to practice your...
Look, I do most... I mean, I'm quite molly. In fact, if I'm allowed to use the language, I'm half pissed through drinking this wine. I think a whip in my hands could be rather dangerous, so I'm going to pass.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I completely understand.
Move on to the next item.
So looking at this... Oh my God! Nick! What's going on now? I thought you said you weren't going to do it.
It just appealed to you. You sure you want to leave another one in my hands?
No, maybe not. So looking at these, we have the 3 matzot on the plate.
Yes, right, here we go.
So I'm going to split the middle one in half.
Right, okay.
And the larger half, this one here, is going to be used as the afikoman. The afikoman is this piece of matzah will be hidden. And whoever finds this hidden piece of matzah at the end of the meal gets a prize.
It's for the children, is it, or everybody?
For everybody.
Oh, right, okay. So who hides it? Like the dad?
I'm going to be the father here, father figure,
okay.
or the mother figure, and I'm going to hide this piece. So if you find out at the end, JTV will kindly give you some sort of, award or prize.
Oh, do I get to keep the leak?
As long as I'm not inside, but you do got to keep the leak. I'll kind of put that aside. But just
so what gets hidden that size?
This is going to get hidden.
So it obviously goes in a book, doesn't it, presumably?
So usually goes in a book, but I'll tell you what, people get very inventive with these things.
Really?
Behind picture frames.
Really?
The classic is, if it's a grandpa doing it or someone who's not really in touch with it, they'll usually be sitting on it or put it in the handbag.
Okay.
Would you like to try some?
I've had matzah before. Okay.
Should we give you a challenge?
Go on, what have I got to do?
So matzah is actually quite hard to eat in
I'm not going to eat a whole one of those.
A whole matzah? Why not?
No, I don't want to eat a whole matzah.
It's a lovely...
right, okay. Yeah, what do you want me to do?
I'm going to place a bet that you can't finish this piece of matzah in 1 minute.
And you're absolutely right.
My best at 43.3 seconds.
43.2 seconds.
Yeah.
So what could you do? Could you do that for me now? I'll tell you what, eat half. Eat half in 20 seconds. That's fair. How long would it take? So you'd be able to do that in 15 seconds.
I'll eat half in 20 seconds.
Go on then, go.
You ready?
No, hang on. 3, 2, 1, go. You have to digest it as well, presumably. Well, that's 5 seconds. That's 10 seconds. That's 15 seconds. Yeah, you haven't swallowed it yet. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And well, that's cheating as well. I'm so glad you did that. Not bad. I'd say about 25, 30 seconds.
Worth it.
Beg your pardon? It's just like watching SSGB or that drama where no one could hear. It's like watching the BBC drama. Do you know, that's the most sense you've made this afternoon. I think this is a whole new idea we've got for programming for your channel. You just literally present having eaten. Then nobody has to listen to the bilge that spews out of your gulp. Yeah, call the show a mouthful of matzah. Matzah.
Done, digested.
Yeah,
that was about
fantastic.
24 seconds.
Yeah, not bad. I don't think you should have been allowed water. There we are.
I barely had a sip.
I was overruled.
You're quite lenient. So, the next song we sing is called Vihishamda,
Oh, right.
which discusses...
It's like Eurovision Song Contest for you blokes. It's
Precisely.
non-stop.
No, this night is all about song. So Vihishamda discusses about how kind of the Jews have been persecuted throughout our history. Every generation has been persecuted, and we've made it alive against the odds. And I want to take this moment to kind of thank you for your continued support of the Jewish people. I know you're very involved with Camp Simcha, CST, and we just want to kind of extend our thank you to you because
it's my absolute privilege.
Why do you support the Jewish people? What gives you such an affinity to supporting the Jewish nation?
Some of the best hospitality I've ever experienced in my life has been with Jewish people. They are I love the family aspect. Bear in mind, as you can tell from my last name, my dad was Italian Swiss, so there's quite a sort of Italian streak, as you said yourself, Marco. So the fact that family is so important, and the other thing I admire about Jewish people so much is they are there to help each other along, and I think that is fantastic. And I have the privilege of going to Jewish events, whether it's Camp Simcha or whether it's CST. The money that raised is eye-watering. The fact that, and I support this. If someone is in business and they need a hand, they will probably go to a Jewish lawyer or a Jewish property guy or a Jewish accountant or a Jewish divorce lawyer. And I think that's brilliant, the way the community comes together. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the community aspect's a massive part of it, and helping each other out. And as I said, we often do also need help from.
But the other thing is,
you're
you're anything but. You, how rude! You're talking about all the people, but anything but. There's nobody. I don't think anybody sings the national anthem with more fervour than a bunch of Jewish guys that do as well. So there's. I mean, what's not to like? What's not to like?
So moving forward,
yes,
we have some food.
Okay. You're going to join me, are you?
Yeah, I will actually.
Cool.
So over here, this is a Jewish delicacy made by my mother especially.
Right. Okay. Tell me what it is.
We call it maror.
Okay.
The one in the middle.
What do I? Sorry, go ahead.
You put it on some matzah.
Yeah.
You put it on some matzah. So if you want to grab a piece of matzah.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I'll follow you. I'll see what sort of size.
Yeah.
You start, and I'll follow behind.
So that's the afikoman which I'm hiding. So I'll kind of get a piece of matzah like this. It's a lovely. I must tell you, it's a Jewish delicacy. So I'm going to have a little bit because I had a whole bunch earlier. Okay. Are you ready? L'chaim, as they say.
L'chaim. What is that? Oh. Your mother made this.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I really love it.
I'll pass on the good wishes.
Thanks, Marco's mum. What's her first name?
Linda.
Oh, I love it, Linda.
Shout out to Linda.
Hey, Linda.
She's a massive fan. And Gary.
Yeah.
What do you think? So it's actually bitter herbs.
I wouldn't eat. Is it really bitter herb? Yeah. So what, you just season it on stuff, do you? Or you do eat it like that as a dip?
Yeah, we eat it as that. To remind us of the bitter time spent in Egypt as slaves. But it's not bad. It could be worse.
No, your mother makes, what's that called again?
Maror.
Yeah, well, your mum makes marvellous maror.
She makes a mean maror. Marco's mum makes
Marco's mum,
maror. The next headline
probably,
JC.
Probably going to pass on that for any more, if that's all right. I want to leave it for the rest of the team.
Fair enough.
No, absolutely salivating to get at it. Yeah.
So typically at this point, we kind of discuss about the exodus from Egypt. And
right.
We were enslaved in Egypt for 210 years. A bunch of miracles, a bunch of plagues, and we finally kind of escaped. And did you know Pharaoh was a Zionist?
No, I didn't know that. No,
yeah.
no.
My friend Ken told me this.
And, okay, I know where we're going. Right, yeah, on you go. Yeah.
and many other nations use this as kind of a source of hope. I know Martin Luther King mentioned the Promised Land in one of his speeches.
Right.
So it has kind of a long-lasting message up until today, with the message being that redemption can happen even in the darkest times where it seems that there's no hope. So typically now with a big meal, and
Brilliant.
unfortunately we didn't have time to prepare such a big meal.
Right.
What we do have is egg and salt water, which is what we usually start with.
Right. And I don't take the water as well, do I? I sort of drain the water
Yeah,
off.
you drain the water. Or have it with water.
And do I can eat this just off the spoon, or do I?
Go for it.
Oh, that's all right. That's an
It's
egg.
all right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's an egg.
It's an egg.
I'm kind of waiting for something to happen, but
No, that's it.
No, that's an egg.
Nothing else here. Just if you want to enjoy that meal, because that will be served to you on the night.
Right.
Egg and salt water.
okay.
So Nick, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I
Yeah.
actually hid the afikoman during the meal.
You call that hiding, do you?
Go on, where is it then?
Well, how many sort of bedside tables come complete with this?
Very well done. So Nick,
Yeah.
now you're fully prepared for your Seder.
Yes.
That's pretty much it.
Yes.
I wish you the best of luck.
Yes.
Don't whip
Well, you know, I was just thinking, do you know the bit that I've enjoyed most?
Oh,
Do you know what I really, really enjoyed most?
Yes.
Is meeting you. Thank you very much
Thank you
indeed.
very much, Nick.
Okay,
Lovely to
thanks.
meet you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Nick Ferrari. Make sure you click below this video and subscribe to JTV. Thanks.